Donald Trump's Attorney General. You know, that person who is supposed to represent the we the people of the United States of America, known as Pam Bondi. Formerly Matt Gaetz is the guy Trump wanted there, but Pam Bondi is the Attorney General. And in this breaking story, you're not going to believe what just came out of her mouth in public, in front of reporters, as it pertains to her attitude towards the judicial branch of our three branches of government, which, by the way, she's technically the head of as the Attorney General. It's as if she didn't even go to law school, and I'm going to show you that story in just a few seconds. Oh my God, you cannot believe this stuff. I don't like using the word fascism. I don't like using the word dictator. I don't like using the word totalitarianism, but are you kidding me with this breaking story? And I'm going to show you that in a few seconds, but take a quick look at what Chris Murphy tried to tell us and warn us about just recently in terms of the position and person that Pam Bondi is. Take a listen.
Matt Gaetz was a threat to democracy, but so is Pam Bondi. Listen, we need to open our eyes as to what is happening here. Donald Trump has made it clear that he wants to turn the Department of Justice into an arm of the White House. He has said over and over again that he intends to use his power to prosecute and punish his political enemies. Pam Bondi's number one qualification is that she is a sycophant to Donald Trump. She buried cases of fraud against Trump University in Florida. She was a member of his legal defense team after he organized an assault on United States democracy on January 6, 2021. She will do whatever Donald Trump tells her to do. And he has said openly that he no longer sees the Department of Justice as an independent entity that protects all of us. He wants the Department of Justice to go after anybody who opposes him politically. That is the end to our democracy. So Matt Gaetz was a deeply unqualified, unserious nominee. But nobody should be celebrating that Matt Gaetz is not in line to be Attorney General and Pam Bondi is. She presents just the same threat to rule of law as Matt Gaetz did.
Yes, every bit of what he just said is applicable to this breaking story. Oh my goodness. So as you may or may not know, Trump's getting pushback from the courts regarding all of the people that he's firing in terms of the Congress having the power of the purse. And Pam Bondi, the Attorney General, just said this in response to what the lower courts are doing. Brace yourselves, here it is.
Court rulings about all the fired probationary workers. You used the same language here just now that was in the statement about fighting back against that ruling. Do you mean appealing or something else? And does the administration plan to comply with those orders in the meantime?
Fighting back by appealing, fighting back by using the full weight of the White House counsel's office and our lawyers at the federal government who believe that this injunction is entirely unconstitutional. And it is, for anybody who has a basic understanding of the law. You cannot have a low-level district court judge filing an injunction to usurp the executive authority of the President of the United States. That is completely absurd. And as the executive of the executive branch, the President has the ability to fire or hire. And you have these lower level judges who are trying to block this President's agenda. It's very clear. And as I just cited, I was appalled by the statistic when I saw it this morning. In 1 month, in February, there have been 15 injunctions of this administration in our agenda. In 3 years under the Biden administration, there were 14 injunctions. So it's very clear that there are judicial activists throughout our judicial branch who are trying to block this president's executive authority. We are going to fight back. And as anyone who saw President Trump and his legal team fighting back, they know how to do it. He was indicted nearly 200 times, and he's in the Oval Office now because all of the indictments, all of these injunctions have always been unconstitutional and unfair. They are led by partisan activists who are trying to usurp the will of this president, and we're not going to stand for it. Thanks, guys.
I'm rarely speechless. Did she actually just say that? Did she actually just use the word executive in her phraseology as the nation's attorney general discussing the judicial branch's impotence, non-existence, apathy. Unbelievable. No, sorry, pumpkin. The executive branch has limitations. That's why we have a judicial branch. You train wreck. Are you kidding me? So folks, be crystal clear. This is the person, along with Kash Patel, FBI, Tulsi Gabbard, National Intelligence, Pete Hegseth, Secretary of Defense. These are the people that Trump took 4 years to learn how to control and become, in his goal, mob boss Vladimir Putin. And this moment, this breaking story, what she just said, is a perfect example of how he and they are trying to help him get there. Woo! Keep smiling, enjoy your life, talk to your friends, talk to those you don't agree with, but man, this is a really good example. Stay frosty. See you soon.